Hey guys, welcome back to Sunday Disc Reviews with Ian and Dave. This week we have the MVP Trail, the newest disc in the MVP lineup, a James Conrad disc. Let's get right into it.
So we have a 172 Neutron Trail with us today. It is a 10.5 neg 1.1. So according to flight numbers, faster crave. However, not the way I throw.
No, it flies more like a faster servo, and that's what a lot of people compare it to.
Yep.
I don't have a disc to compare it to.
No, we threw a couple different discs, and like the Insanity's kind of a close comparison. It's a 9-speed neg 2.1. But this just has a lot of stability to it. Like we're throwing here at 4,500 feet. Our normal distance throws anywhere like 375 to 400 normally.
Yeah.
So not too far, but like intermediate, I would say. Like
Yeah.
an AM, this thing is going to be stable.
Yeah. It does feel really nice in the hands. It has a nice like bevel on the bottom, which is nice. Like it fits in the hand real comfortably. You can tell it's a driver, but it doesn't feel like the hand feel isn't beefy like some of those other drivers.
Yeah.
It doesn't have a time lapse rim or even a destroyer or wraith rim. It feels really comfortable. I don't have anything to compare it to really. I have like nothing in my bag flies like this. A Sidewinder flies like this, but I have to hyzer flip that Sidewinder to get the same flight. This thing I put out tiny bit of hyzer even flat and it just goes.
Yeah.
It's very neutral.
It is, except for like you threw a big Annie line with it. I noticed that it wanted to pan out.
It did.
Like it stabled out throughout that flight versus like throwing like an Insanity or something like that. Normally those will just kind of crash down on that
Yeah.
line. For being a hyzer thrower, it's hard for me to get this thing to flip. It'll kind of just like push straight on that hyzer line for a little while and then dump out.
Yeah.
It's not overstable like a Firebird or like the new Teslas were, where like I would throw that thing on hyzer and it just wanted to go left.
Yeah.
This will at least push straight for a while and then come out.
The more I think about it, it flies like a very well beaten like Thunderbird.
Okay.
Or a very well beaten like Vulture. It has the same feel as those in the hand, but it does have a little less stability to it, but it's not like flipping,
Yeah.
sort of say. It's pretty neutral. Like I put it out flat and it turned a little bit, but it finished straight
Yeah.
with hyzer. So
I also
it's-
don't hate it as a forehand disc.
no.
Like it has enough stability to it that like even when I crank over on it sometimes, like it will try to like slowly fight out of it.
And Josh had a lighter one.
Yep.
And that was a little flippier. We noticed right away, even though we were throwing into a headwind when we were throwing it. But like
Yeah.
this one flipped up a little bit. His flipped and turned
Yeah.
and then fought back. So
Well, and he has a little bit slower arm speed than us too. So like you could see even when he threw it and got some turn out of it, it's like, oh, okay, that's not how mine's acting
Yeah.
with my arm speed that's a little bit faster. So
Yeah.
you could tell the weight definitely has a little play with what the disc does.
yeah. It's MVP plastic. We all know it.
We all love it.
Good plastic. This feels a little more gummy. Maybe it's just because it's hot out, but it feels a little more gummy
Yeah.
than most.
It's got a little bit of dome to it. Like it's not as flat as a lot of their normal discs are. Like that Insanity I have is board flat. This at least has like a small shoulder to it.
Yeah.
So I really like it. I don't think it has a place in my bag, but I would definitely give it like a 7.2, I think is my rating on this. It's going to be a good driver, a good overstable driver, I think, for a lot of AMs. And I think if you have a faster arm speed, it might be that like flippy disc between a fairway and a driver that you're looking for.
Sure. I'm gonna have to give the trail like a 6.8 ish. You know, I have really high standards. Like a 10 is a perfect disc for me, and there's no 10s out there.
No.
But it is a good disc. I don't see it going in my bag, at least with my current arm speed and like what I've been throwing. I see it being useful. Like if I was to redo my bag, this might go in, but it's not like out of the discs I have. It doesn't replace anything. It doesn't add anything. It's just kind of like one of those middle ground discs that's not necessarily super needed. So, I like it. It's fun. Definitely go pick one up at Another on Salt Lake. We have this awesome stamp. They also have base stamps out now as well.
Yes.
So, cool. Thanks, guys. We'll see you later. Bye.
Crushed.